Hey everyone, it's Amy, owner and curator of Yoso Boho. Hello, it's Thursday night. If you're new to this channel, it is all about thrifting here. We are looking to rescue treasures that are headed towards a landfill. So if you are a thrifty like me, welcome, stick around, subscribe if you'd like, but that's what the channel's all about. Tonight, I'm actually gonna share with you a large haul. It's all kind of down here surrounding me from a grand opening that I did record the line that we stood in, but when we got in that door, it was all business, and I will tell you the whole story. I want to first say that we have our Christmas booth set up at the Shops by the Lake. Me and my Aunt Beth have 3 booths now at the Shops by the Lake. That is located at 1871 Northridge Road in Paynesville, Ohio. So if you are anywhere in the Northeast Ohio area or within driving distance, it is a wonderful place to shop, especially for the holidays. All kinds of stuff. It is not a strictly antique mall. It is more like a vintage antique flea market type place. You can get bargains and you can find just really rare and fantastic things. I was there at the very beginning of October setting up my new booth with my aunt, and my friend Kimberly, who is known as Kimmery on here, a lot of you know her because she shows up for sales and things like that. She popped in because she has family in that area. She lives in New York, but boom, all of a sudden she was there. And what a pleasure that was to meet her. I absolutely adore her. And y'all, she surprised me with a gift. It was a couple weeks from my birthday, so I got this from her. Look at how amazing this is. It is a beautiful crackle glass, of course, pitcher in this amazing green kind of teal color. It's reading more green here, but if you're looking from my side, it's got this bluish in it, and I love it. Thank you so much, Kimberly. It was so great to meet you. I cannot wait until you move up to this area so that we can go thrifting together. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, thank you. I have had it sitting right over here because it looks amazing flanking my mid-century lamp with my piece of glass from George sitting on the other side. So that is where it has been living. And I'm going to put it right back there. So give me a second. Yeah, super pretty. I also just put over there this little painting that I found. That is in last week's video. I will actually link it up here and down below. That was a good one. That was a Goodwill trip with my mom and my sister, and we found some amazing things, including this blouse, by the way. I did not share the clothes that I bought on that trip. I got 3 or 4 things. My sister and my mom got a whole cart full, but I did get some really nice pieces, including this piece, and I love it. Okay, now let's check out the haul from this grand opening. This Goodwill is in the Perry Township area, so it's like Canton, Ohio, which is just south of us, about half an hour. It is at 5139 Tuscarora Street West. And oh my gosh, y'all, it was crazy. Mom can attest, it was nuts. We were number 27 and 28 in line. Check out the line. It wrapped all the way down across the building and down through the parking lot. And I would say there was at least 100+ people in line by the time they opened the doors. So what inspired me to do this? I'm not exactly sure. I think maybe I had a little bit of that like grand opening like vibe going on. We had been to the grand opening of the bins in Zanesville. And prior to that, my Aunt Beth and I got to shop the day before the grand opening of the brand new Goodwill in Garfield Heights. And that was fantastic. So maybe I just had that kind of like tingly grand opening, like fever going on. I don't know. Because normally I am not a crowded place, like throwing elbows and like reaching and grabbing for things kind of person. That's just not my style. I like a quiet shopping experience and this was anything but. So we kind of went in with a plan. We decided, let's grab 2 carts. Mom would go towards linens. I would go towards Christmas and Halloween. They had like a whole back wall that was all holiday. and then we would just go from there. But let me tell you, the place was crazy crowded, and I don't know how I got the things I got, but you guys, I did good. I did really good. I did manage to get straight back through. I think I was the first one. Mom and I were both right there in the Christmas area at the same time, because as it turned out, the linens like butted up against the Christmas stuff. So I don't know how that happened, but I got to look at Christmas first. So let me show you the few things that I got. I did get a Halloween blow mold that was a pumpkin with a cat, and it was not priced, so they didn't sell it to me. So that was a bummer, but I did get a handful of Christmas, so let me share that with you. I got this adorable tray with all these Santas on it. This is made by Potpourri Press, and I am a fan. Whoa, that needs cleaned. I am a fan of the Potpourri Press stuff. Like, they do a really good job. They pick good designs. So this is dated 1994, and it's adorable. I paid 88 cents for it. Probably put $5 or $6 on it over at the shop and make a great little cookie tray. It's going straight to the kitchen for a cleanup though first. Next. You guys know I am an idiot when it comes to animated stuff, especially vintage stuff. So I could not pass this up. They have a sensor here, and they play a couple of different songs. Of course, and this happens every time. This little lady did not work. So she was not moving, and all of a sudden, you know, the backup singers came in and they were moving, and I was like, dang, it doesn't work. But I literally shoved my hand down her throat, did a little bit of this, like moving around, and then this happened. So I was so happy that they work. They're so silly. They will likely go over to our new Christmas booth at the Shops by the Lake. Somebody will scoop them up. I'll put a good price on them. Of course, I will share here what they're worth. I paid $4.33 for them. Somebody's got this taped off. They must have been really loud. Somebody kind of muffled the sound a little bit, but I'm gonna make it really loud again. I'm gonna remove all that so that when somebody passes by them in the booth, they're gonna get surprised. But those are pretty great. The best find in the Christmas section. Yay! Isn't it cute? It's so small. It's probably, oh darn. So the light went on and now it's off. I think there's probably a short in here, which is okay because I have a guy who knows how to fix these. Irf is pretty good with that. And I've had other things that have shorted out. Either that or it's the bulb, but we'll figure it out. But isn't this cute? It's about, I don't know, 10 inches maybe? So it's like a perfect little one. It's on a base. That's why it's all taped up. It is signed by Dottie. She made it in December of 1981. Isn't that cute? The only thing that it's missing, and I'm kind of bummed about that, it does not have a hole for a star. And that would be great. I like them with the stars there, but it's okay. It's a mini one. It's got little colorful bulbs. I think there's at least one missing, if not two, which is also okay because they are easy to order. So I'm gonna have to have Irf fix this one, and then I'm not yet sure where it's going. I think my mom's been looking for a small one. I don't know if this small or if it'll go over to the shops, but it had a $4.33 price tag on it, and that is awesome. The last Christmassy thing that I got wasn't in the Christmas area, actually. It was over in the lamps, and it is 4 of these candlesticks. Do you remember when these were popular, like in the 90s, when it was like that country kind of look? That's what these are. They are 90s kind of country candles with that elongated flame. They're fun. I think they have a cool look. And my idea here was I have a bunch of stuff in the new Christmas booth that lights up. None of it's actually lit up yet. I have to get over there with some power strips and get some things plugged in. But I thought these would also be a great addition. Paid $2.11 a piece for these, and I'll probably put them over at the booth somewhere between $6 and $10. I'm not exactly sure what they're worth. Of course, I'll put that on screen, but they just will add that little extra glow to our booth and make things look a little more, you know, festive. Over in that lamp section where I found those, I also found a lamp. And I wasn't so much excited about the lamp as I was the lampshade. Look at this amazing fiberglass shade. It is such a great little lamp and the shade is perfect. The condition is so great. Now the lamp's pretty great too. It's just a little mid-century ceramic, you know, pottery piece. Looks like it maybe has an Italian look. I can't see any sort of markings on it. It's got a felt bottom that I do not want to tear off. It's pretty great. Let me show you the shade not lit up there. Isn't that wonderful? It's getting harder and harder to find these fiberglass shades, especially in this condition. Normally they've been crushed or they're just, you know, coming apart. The stitching is coming apart. So I was pretty thrilled to find this. I'll probably be putting this in the Yoso boho booth because it does have a great mid-century kind of boho vibe. I love this color, by the way. It's so pretty. I'll have to really do some research and see what people are paying for these little fiberglass shades. We shall see, but it's pretty wonderful. I found one more thing over in that lamp electronics area. It's a Billy Bass. Did you have one of these? Did you know anybody who had one? Now, I know these are worth money if you find them in the box. Out of the box like this, but with the cord and working, probably about half. But that's okay. I got him for $4, $4.33, and he is a hoot. I definitely think he will be going over to our Whimsical booth. He will hang on the wall. I hope I can get him plugged in because he will bring back a ton of memories and I'm sure somebody will snag him. I'm sorry, but you are hilarious, dude. All right, so what else? Mom and I both got carts when we went in the door and kind of went our separate ways. Mom did get a few things and she was looking out for me. She found this Chromex tin. It is in beautiful condition. Look at the inside of this. And it has this wonderful little wooden knob there. I would love to have a whole set of these. This is a cool color. These are all cool colors and the design is so great. Only one was there. They had $3.11 on it and I definitely grabbed it. Good find, Mom. Mom also found this. It is a really nice, really quality shelf. It's just got these three little different size shelves and all of these little bee cutouts, which makes it so cute. I don't see any sort of maker's mark on it, just has a made in China sticker on the bottom. But they had this for $3 as well, and I thought that was a great deal. It's got a nice little way to hang it here and would be perfect for a room, a bedroom, a bathroom. I mean, so many places. Anyone who does bees, I'm sure would love this. It is a little too big to ship, so it's probably gonna go over to one of the booths in the springtime. So it'll go downstairs into my spring inventory and over to the booth it will go. But it's a nice piece. I also found a little shelf. Mine is more my style. This is one that may have to stay here. Look at how pretty the cutouts. It is not extremely old. It's not like a Eastlake piece or anything like that. I can tell by the hardware. The hardware is a little newer. You can see right in here. But probably made in India. It is all hand carved and I just think it's gorgeous. I just noticed something. These little turned things are different. I love that. They're not symmetrical. It's almost like they were flipped. Maybe somebody put it together wrong. That makes me like it even more. So I don't know, we'll see. I have a little bit of time to decide because I'm really gonna focus on getting the boho booth kind of flipped around and refreshed after the first of the year. So I have a couple of months. I can hold on to it. I can decide if it fits somewhere here, but man, is it beautiful. I paid $4.66 for this one, and I would pay that all day. I'll put on screen here what I think it's worth. Speaking of boho, I found a couple of macrame items. This one is old, and I'll tell you what, it is shedding. I need to take it outside and just whack the heck out of it because a lot of these fibers coming off of this jute here are like coming off. But you can tell this is like legit late 60s, early 70s owl macrame, and it is so cool. They had $3.33 on this bird, and I grabbed him. He's been shedding everywhere, but that's okay, dude. I like you anyhow. You're very cool. I love his little belly here with the feathers here. Somebody did a really great job. So he will be going over to the boho booth when I refresh it in January. How neat, right? And then I found another one that was a little more modern. So this is in more of a rope macrame, not the old jute, but somebody did a nice job with this as well. Looks like it needs kind of pulled out. It's got a little bubble there, but it's nice. Also very boho. Also gonna be in the pile to go over for that refresh that's gonna happen in January. I paid $2.11 for this, so that was a great deal. And of course, I'll put it on screen right here, what I'm gonna sell it for over at the booth. The aisles where all the hard good items were so packed with people that it was hard to get down them. And so I'm surprised I got anything because like I said, I am not like a elbows person. So I just kind of wormed my way in when I had an opening and just looked real quick and then ducked out. I found some amazing things. I'm gonna save the best for last because it is my favorite thing that I found all day, and it is the one thing that I'm keeping. I know I said I might keep that shelf, but I probably won't. But I will save that for last. I will share with you a handful of things that I did grab from the hard goods. This one, you're probably like, wait, that's not your favorite? Guess what? This is a Royal Hager piece. Look at that mark. I have never seen anything like this. I paid $5.66 for it. He is in wonderful condition. No chips, cracks. There's not even crazing on this piece. He is beautiful. I'm not sure yet where I'm gonna sell him. I will of course put some information here on screen. He's likely an eBay item, but he's so big. So I fear shipping him a little bit. But I know that's probably where I would get the most money. So we will see, but how cool is he? I love him. That was a nice surprise. I am glad that he survived all that chaos. There was another tray and it was just a round platter that was in my cart and slipped through like the crack in the front of the cart where, you know, it bends down or opens so that carts can fit inside each other. It just rolled right out through that crack and smashed on the floor. It was so loud. And there must have been like 20 or 30 people working that day because somebody was there with a broom in less than 30 seconds. And I felt so bad. It turns out that that piece didn't have a lot of value. So, and I was willing to pay for it because I broke it, but they were so gracious. They did not, you know, ask me to do that, but I'm glad that this tray was safe in the cart and did not fall out because it is special. I picked up this piece of pottery. It has a studio mark on it. I have not identified it yet. It's right here. It was $2.11 on this really faded tag. This is like an apothecary type pottery piece, and it says aspirin on it. I think it's missing its cork. I think I might have a cork that will fit. I will add a cork to it, and depending on what's on eBay, this will either go on eBay, or I am going to be adding some pottery to the boho booth when I refresh it after the first of the year. So this potentially could go into that pottery box and go over there, but it definitely needs a cork in the top of it. It'll make it look so much better. This little guy, it's so funny. There is a booth that is like right on the other side of ours at the shops. They have 2 of these. I have been looking at them since we got there, you know, like a year and several months ago. I just love them. I love the way they look, and there's 2, and I keep my eye on them, but they've never come down. Even when they had a sale, they've never come down to like under like 20 bucks a piece. Then I found one in a Goodwill right here in Talmadge, and it is blue and is so cute. And wouldn't you know, at this grand opening, I found a yellow one too. I have a blue one. I don't need a blue one and a yellow one. The blue one sits right up here, sits there and stares down at me. I might have to include this in a unlive sale. That might have to happen. I paid $3.11 for him. He's definitely gonna find a home, I know that. These salt boxes are something you should keep an eye out for. They sell on eBay all day, especially if they have some sort of cool design on them. A lot of them will actually say salt on them. This one is in awesome condition. A lot of times these little wooden tops will get split because they're in kitchens near the stove, near like boiling water and heat. And so, you know, oftentimes their condition is not good. This one is perfect. So I was happy to see this. I paid $3.33. It is made by Blue Danube, Japan, and has that blue onion pattern. I think that's what that is. But yeah, this one will sell easily on eBay. That's where it's headed. And of course, I'll give you the information right here. Okay, now for my favorite. This piece was in the figurines. This was in an aisle where I don't know how many people passed through it, how many times. It goes to show that everybody has a different eye. Everybody's looking for different things. You know, probably 12 to 20 people had gone past this area, and here this was sitting there, and I like jumped on it because I was like, no way. It is a Swedish piece. It is a piece of pottery made in Sweden. I've seen it listed Gabrielle, Sweden, Keramik, which is ceramic, and these are something you should keep an eye out for. This is like a small piece. It's only probably, you know, 3.5 inches tall. I paid $2.11 for him. And this little piece is probably worth 60 bucks. He's in wonderful condition. He does have a little bit of crazing on him, but he's got some age. He is marked. I think the mark is like A83. And he did have his original little made in Sweden sticker on him. It has fallen off, but I have it. So I will probably reattach it because I like it on there. But yes, this was my favorite find, and he's gonna go into my pottery collection. Irf would say, sell him. But he's pottery, he's adorable. He is definitely gonna go into my collection. And you know, that's the wonderful thing about being a thrifter is I would not go on eBay or go on Etsy and pay $60+ for this guy. But when you find him in the wild, when you walk into a Goodwill and there he is, and you get him for $2, I mean, he goes into your collection and then you always know that he's sitting there and that he's got a little value. That's the wonderful thing. So keep an eye out for these Swedish pottery pieces. They have a little bit of value. There's one more thing that I grabbed on my way out the door. We had a very long line. It moved very quickly because, like I said, they had like probably 20 or 30 people working that day. But on our way out through the line, we had to pass a whole rack full of jackets and things. Some of the clothes there, especially like name brand or new with tags, was very expensive. I mean, we saw things that had tags on them, $30, $40, $50. So I was surprised when I saw this little jacket and it reminded me of my sister. I'm hoping it will fit her. If it doesn't, then I will just sell it. But it is made by a brand called High Kit Jeans. It is embroidered. Here's the back. No embroidery on the back. It's very kind of form-fitting and flattering. I paid $6 for it. Yep, $6.88. It's almost $7. And kind of boho. I love it. I wish it was my size. But couldn't leave it there on the rack. And that, my friends, is it. That is all the things. It was a lot of things. We had 2 full carts full of stuff. And I dragged Mom into a corner so that we could kind of go through everything, look everything up. And a lot of stuff went back on the shelves. But obviously a lot of stuff came with us, and I think I picked the best stuff. What do you think? Was there anything that you saw that you would have definitely grabbed if you were there? And how do you feel about these grand openings? Would you have been in the mix? Are you the kind of person that doesn't mind kind of battling it out for the best stuff? Or are you more like me where you're just like, go ahead, you take that. I'll find the next good thing. It's so fun, but it was really kind of stressful for me. And I think I got the whole grand opening out of my system now. I will wait and do like the second week. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out with me on this Thursday evening. I will be back next week with some videos from Dayton, Ohio. We went on the Sunday of the weekend of the Springfield Extravaganza to a couple of places in the Dayton area with my friends Amy and Julie. So come back to check that out. We found some amazing things. You think this was a good haul? Whew. Some great things and lots of footage. So don't miss out on that. Until then, please have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Do something fun, but please be safe. And I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.